The machine is telling you, please put a drop of oil onto the hook once a day before use. So in order to do that, we're gonna grab this metal pen looking thing. This is an oil pen. So when you have to apply the oil, what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up this thing and it's gonna reveal the bobbin. And all you have to do is click the top, one little push, and it's gonna show you exactly where the oil goes. So here's your bobbin, here's the thing you put it on, and it just goes right in between. So while it's open, we're actually just gonna take the bobbin out because it's good practice to know how to take it in and out and to check to make sure there's thread. So what you're gonna do, with one finger, you're gonna, on the right side, you're gonna pull up on the actual bobbin, and as soon as you pull up that lever, it'll allow you to take it out. In D3, there's a whole box full of pre-threaded bobbins. You're gonna take off these things, and then what you're gonna do is you'll find the end of the thread, and you'll pop it inside the case. You'll take the end of the thread, and you're gonna feed it right through that little crease. From there, you'll follow the angle of that little connector up into that little hook right there. And that's basically how you thread the bobbin. And from there, it should kind of hold like a yo-yo. And that's how you know that you threaded it correctly. With the little lever to the right, we're gonna put it right back inside. And then as you put it on, you're gonna wanna flip it up a tiny bit and then drop it down, and now your bobbin's in place. And then from here, you just wanna make sure that your bobbin has some slack, and then all you're gonna do is flip up that casing and let it hang. So if you look up here towards the top of the machine, you'll see our 6 different spools of thread. These are always gonna change based off of projects that people are on. Overall, what you'll see as you look at the machine, it's almost like a course. Like you follow along a track in order to get to the very bottom of the machine. So there's 6 of everything, right? There's 6 of these, 6 of these, 6 of these. And so you just have to take each thread on a little journey through the embroidery machine. We're actually going to swap out one of these colors for a different one. In this case, we're gonna be embroidering number 6, which is the 6th kind of course on the machine, the very last one on the far left. So I took off the spool and I'm starting from square one. So what you're gonna do is you'll take your spool and you'll place it right onto there. And from here, we're just gonna start our track. So as soon as you place it, the first hole you're gonna go through is this top one. You'll go through there. So now, we're gonna feed this right through like that. From there, we'll go down to this little hole here. So we'll get that through and pull it. So on this part of the course, you're gonna actually, you can ignore the little black part. What you're looking for is to get under this little metal piece. This thing that I'm flipping up, that's what you wanna go under. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your thread, with one hand on each side, you're going to just flip that under. So there's a little hook right here, and as long as your thread's on the left side of that hook, then you're good to go. So as you can see, the thread's on the left side of that little hook, and so that's gonna keep it in place, and that's how you know it's correct. As soon as you get to this phase, what's really nice is the machine's actually gonna tell you, using arrows and numbers, where you have to go. So what we have here is a little arrow going clockwise and the number 6. So what you're supposed to do is do a full 360 around the tension knob, just like the arrow shows and the line. And then from there, you actually keep following that line. So you can see it's telling us to go around these little metal things. So I'm gonna do that. So I've done my 360 there, and now I'm just continuing to follow the line. So I go around that corner, to the opposite side of this corner, and now we've reached another one of that previous little obstacle where we can ignore the black and we just wanna go right under these little teeth. So now we should feel some tension, because as soon as we've gone through this guy and those, that's when the tension's introduced to the thread, which is what we want. So from there, we're gonna go straight down. You can see there's a little like crevice directly down from where we just were. So we've gone down, and we're gonna follow the arrow, which is telling us that from our positioning now, we have to go around the bend and back up where we came from. So I'm just gonna take my thread, and it's gonna catch, and all of a sudden I'm going back up, which is what we want. So from here, we're in our up position. We're gonna go to this tiny little loop right here, the little arm, and we're just gonna go right through it. So we're gonna grab the end of the thread, and we've gone up from our little turnaround, and we're gonna go back down again. We're back to following the numbers, so we can see number 6, that's gonna tell us just to basically keep going down. So we're just gonna go through the little hole labeled with the 6 right above it, since we're on the 6th spool, and we're gonna pull that through. Now that we've gotten to this phase, we're actually gonna go get a couple more tools from our D1 drawer. These guys right here. These are our 2 tools. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our little thread grabber, and we're gonna be holding it with some tension from a ways, like so. Whoop. And then we'll get up close and feed the thread right through here. And we just wanna guide it into this little loop right here. You wanna feed the thread through the top, because this loop comes around and then goes up. And this is our entrance right here. So you'll watch as I feed it, boom, into there, and then kind of push it down, boom, and now we're in. We've gone through the top loop towards the top of the needle, and now it's time to actually thread the needle. Boom. All right, now we've threaded the needle. So what we're gonna do now is we need to use the needle nose pliers to actually go through this hole. So what you're gonna do is, with the help of your pliers, you're going to feed the end of the thread back through the hole. So now, as you can see, I've fed the end of the needle, or sorry, the end of the thread through the hole, and I'm gonna grab it and push it through. So now what we've done is we've threaded the needle and we've gone through this little circle and we're done. So now, all you gotta do is give it some slack and push it towards the back and let go gracefully. And then make sure to move out in the other thread. Now we're ready to go. So now that we have our machine with the thread that we want ready to go, we're gonna tell the machine kind of which needle to use. So basically, on this left dialog here, it has a sample little thumbnail of the graphic, and then under it, it has the name of a color and the spool number. And so that's basically the machine telling us that this is what it's set to right now, which is black. And black is at spool number 1. So what happens a lot of times with the machine is that these do not match what we actually have in the machine. It doesn't actually recognize, unless we set it ourselves based off of the colors in the graphic, kind of what's actually on the machine. So what you need to follow is the numbers on here, matching the numbers listed on the machine as opposed to the colors. That might be confusing, but just follow along here and you should be good to go. So since we want to do white, we see on the machine that white is on spot number 2. So as you can see here, the white thread is on spool number 2. We just want to communicate to the machine that we wanted to use spool number 2. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to click this little button that has the 2 spools on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it from 1, which it's currently set at to embroider, and switch it with 2, which is where we want it to go, and then click that. Now it's moved it's moved black to number 2, which is what this is set at. So now it's telling us on this left screen that it's embroidering spot number 2, which says black, but it's actually white. Because this is our tester, we're doing it this way. Generally, when you are putting your own graphic into the machine, it's gonna have the correct color matches on here. Just try to ignore the color and just think about the number. And if that doesn't make sense still, ask somebody around you.